All right, it is cold as I don't know what out here right now. It is only 28 degrees here in Buffalo, New York. I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but I can see my breath. I can see my air. So it is definitely freezing out here. Coming out with this video real quick to tell you, if you haven't already figured it out already, you know, from the different community posts that I've made on YouTube, or, you know, if I haven't talked to you individually, because there is a few people that I have let know personally. I carry some lotion in here all the time. A few people that I let know personally that, you know, I have decided to pull that plug. I had that itch. I had the itch long enough. I decided to pull the plug. I decided to go back out on the road. After 22 months, almost 2 years to the day that I first started, because I started in February of 2019, shortly before this whole pandemic, which it don't even seem like it's been that long, but it really has been that long. But yeah, started in February 2019. I didn't stay out there as long as I would have liked, because I ended up coming back off the road in April 2019. So it was only like 2 months. I wasn't too thrilled about that. You know, at the time though, I was, you know, I was in a different place than I was now. You know, some good, some bad. You know, for, you know, that period of time back then, you know, some good, some bad for the period right now. You know, I was going, like I said, I was going through a period of time, you know, when I first went out on the road, and that was my, well, that wasn't my first time being out on the road, but, I was missing home a lot. You know, my daughter at the time was, she had just turned 5 years old. She had just turned 5. You know, she was just starting to do a lot of her first or whatnot. And, you know, I was missing out on a lot of that. And it was getting to me, you know, and, you know, and talking, you know, talking to her, you know, through FaceTime. Well, I didn't have an iPhone then, but at least I don't think I did, but like Google Duo and stuff like that. And you know, I was getting emotional and feeling a certain kind of way, so I was like, you know what, no, I need to go back home. You know, my wife was still trying to go through nursing school, and you know, that was hard on her to, you know, not only go to school, but to have to take her over her grandmother's every day, and you know, 5, 6 in the morning. And I was like, you know what, I need to come back home. You know, then things started to happen with the car we had, so it just wasn't working out. You know, it was a mutual agreement with the fleet owner, you know, and I, you know, brought the van in and, you know, came back home. I gotta go ahead and get going, so I'm gonna be driving a little bit. But now this time around, I'm going back with the same fleet owner. The same fleet owner, the same van, and with the same company. So, I'm trying to be careful here because the street is tight. But yeah, I'm going back with the same van. You know, like I said, same fleet owner, same company. Everything is just like it was before. I mean, nothing's really changed, you know, about, you know, what I'm going to be doing, which is expedited freight. And, you know, for those of you that really don't know what expedited freight is, for one is LTL, which is, you know, those of you that's been around truckers or trucking yourself, you'll know that that is less than truckload, which is pretty much what that is. Now, for the company I'll be going for, you know, they have Sprinter vans, they have straight trucks, and they have tractor trailers. Now, I only have my CDL Class B license, so that really only allows me to drive up to like a motor coach, Greyhound bus. I can't remember all the specifics, but I think it's anything under a certain weight or certain axles, whatever. I'm not sure how that goes. I can't remember, but I can't go nothing bigger than that. So with the company that I'm going with now, I could go up to a straight truck. Now, originally I was supposed to do a straight truck with somebody, but you know, again, situations started to happen at home that, you know, without getting into too many specifics, situations started to happen at home that kind of, you know, made me have to be a little bit more urgent about going back out on the road, you know, which is why I tell people this time that it absolutely has to work, because I need this to work, because, you know, like I said, certain situations that's going on right now, it doesn't allow for me to fuck up. You know, sorry for the language. You know, it doesn't give me room to fuck up. So yeah, I need to do whatever I gotta do, be successful out here, you know, give a good year, you know, and then after a year, I'll reevaluate, you know, 9, 10, 11 months, you know, I'll you know, reevaluate, you know, whether if I want to, you know, still keep doing this or not. But yeah, expediting, for one, is less than truckload. You know, in the Sprinter van, for example, you could probably load up to 3 pallets. With it being 3 pallets, however, you know, it's going to likely go all the way into your bed space, if you have any. So some people do have to get hotel rooms for the night. Others tough it out, sleep in the front seat, passenger seat, driver seat. Some other people I know, they sleep on top of the pallets. Now, I don't recommend that, but, you know, my big ass ain't gonna get up there. So some people do that. It used to be back to when the driver's lounges used to be open before this pandemic. You were able to sleep in the driver's lounge, you know, like you were able to sleep in the driver's lounges and stuff. But now, because of COVID, I've been hearing that a lot of the driver lounges have been closing, or, you know, are closed. So, you know, you have to really, you know, it's gonna be different this time, being out on the road for sure. You know, another thing about expedited freight, it's usually something that a receiver needs ASAP. You know, a lot of the times, you know, when I was running with this company in the past, we were delivering auto parts. And some of these parts we were delivering were parts that was needed to start a line at the factory, at the warehouse. You know, for example, you know, I could get a load at 8 in the morning from, let's say, Detroit, Michigan, that needs to go down to Cincinnati, Ohio, you know, which is about, you know, maybe 4.5 hours or so. You know, it needs to get down there before 3 p.m., you know, because, you know, that line crew that starts at 3 p.m. needs to have those parts in order to get the line started, you know. And again, it's time critical. Time is of the essence with expediting. So imagine if that deadline was on your plate and you decide to be late, then that means that line can't get their parts in time, can't sort it out in time. That delays them, you know, which delays you, because the later you are, you know, that can sometimes hinder, you know, what you can make on your next load. You know, you never know what load you might miss out on because you're late. So, you know, as far as freight, again, you know, I carry mostly auto parts. I did some other side stuff. One time I delivered a bunch of newspapers. One time I delivered a bunch of ink, like tubs of ink. You know, you deliver almost anything. I picked up from airports all the way to military bases. So, you know, it kind of just all depends. You know, expedited freight is pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Expedited freight is pretty open, unpredictable, because you never know what's going to happen from one load to the next. You know, I've carried as much as 3,000 pounds, and I carried as small as a box of screws. You know, literally a box of screws, like maybe that big. You know, so you know, it's just like being a truck driver. You know, but you're carrying less load than what you would. The pay is obviously a little bit less in a Sprinter van as compared to a straight truck, but there are shippers out there or receivers out there that necessarily don't need a whole straight truck, because they probably got to pay more. You know, if they can fit it right in a Sprinter van, that's exactly what they're going to do. So, you know, I may make a video in the future getting more into what is expediting. But I will say this, for those of you that are looking into getting in the world of expediting, remember this: expediting is not a job, it's a lifestyle. And if you treat expediting as if it is a job, it's going to treat you back as such. You know, if you look into this thinking that it's a 9 to 5, you're going to be very disappointed. You know, now, yeah, of course, you might have some moments there where, you know, you drop off a load 8, 9 p.m. at night and you get to go to sleep by 10 and then not have to wake up to 7 in the morning. You know, you might get stuff like that. You know, you might get that going on for, you know, a day or two, maybe 3 days in a row. But there might be times also dispatch might call you 3 or 4 o'clock at night or in the afternoon telling you got to pick up a load at 11 o'clock that night. And so it means you're going to be driving all through the night. You're going to be up all night. You know, sleeping patterns are never consistent being an expediter. Or imagine being a trucker, unless you're local or something. So again, expediting is very unpredictable, but it is a lifestyle. Now, you can make it into a career if that's what you choose to do, but it is not a job. It's not a W-2 job. It's a 1099 position, so you are independent. So it is what you make of it, you know. You treat it as a lifestyle, and it'll treat you exactly as that. You know, one of the reasons I'm going to love being out here is that enjoying the open road. You know, I love traveling. You know, the wife will tell you, you know, I love traveling. My kid will tell you I love traveling. And that's what I do. That's my passion. That's what I love. If you come out here enjoying that, along with getting paid to do it, and you understand the ins and outs, and you got common sense, then you'll be good to go with the world of expediting. Because if you don't have common sense in this industry, you might as well just like go find something else. You know, if you come out here thinking it's a job, I guarantee you, after your 3 weeks, you'll be home and you won't want to come back. So yeah, I leave out tomorrow from Buffalo, sometime tomorrow, Sunday, going towards Toledo. It is about like maybe 5 hours drive. It'll probably take me like 6, because I might stop somewhere and get gas. It might take me a little bit longer if I stop to see my mom in Cleveland. Orientation is Monday. It used to be orientation 2 days, 4 hours each. Now, because of this pandemic, it's 1 day orientation for 8 hours. So after that, I'll be able to go back out on the road officially. The first time I went out on the road after orientation, I had to get a load from Cleveland to like Kentucky. I think to the Toyota plant or something like that. This time around, I probably will wait until Tuesday to get out, because you know I have friends in Toledo that I'm going to catch up with after orientation. So I'll do that, and then I'll be good Tuesday. So I just wanted to give y'all a little quick update, you know, on what's going on with me. I do have several videos that is currently in the queue, waiting to be uploaded, and I will upload them as such. It won't be as every day as I've done in the past, but you know, it'll be periodically spaced out along with expediting videos. So you know, if you have any questions, you know, be sure to hit me up in the comment section. You know, I got a little bit to do today before I do leave. You know, I have to fill up on my gas, check out my car, make sure it's good to go this 300 miles, and then that'll be it. But you know, this is the Great Simulator. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, take care.